Good morning everyone and welcome to another Tai Chi at 10. Today I am going to do a seated version of our Tai Chi session. So if you want to follow along, make sure that you have a chair that's sturdy, it's not going to tip over, and that you have enough space to move your arms around without knocking anything off the table near you. And if you want to do it standing up, then that is absolutely fine. Just think about your posture, and the footwork is the same as those standard Tai Chi stances that we have been using through most of these sessions. If there's anybody you know that would benefit from doing some light seated or chair-based exercises, then do pass on the link to my YouTube channel here at Freshfield Fitness. I have got lots of other seated sessions, Qigong sessions, Tai Chi sessions. I'll put a link above, and they're great if you need a bit of stretching and a bit of movement, but you are limited to sitting down or you'd prefer to sit down. Okay, so let's get in our chair and let's get started. Finding a good position on the chair to sit down, so making sure your thighs are touching the chair, but you're forward enough so that your feet can be firmly flat on the floor in front of you. Feet about hip width apart, something that's comfortable for you. Now think about this posture. Again, we're lifting up through the crown, one of our Tai Chi principles. We're holding this core area strong, and that's what makes exercising in a chair really quite challenging, because we're used to slouching and lolling about in a chair. So really do try and pull yourself into the best posture you possibly can all the way through this session. Okay, nice relaxed position, and we are just going to rest our hands on our thighs and do our warm up. So turning our head nice and slowly. Let's bring it back to centre and the other way. Chin to your chest, so stretching out the neck. And then with care to the ceiling. Looking forwards, ear to our shoulder. And the other way. Moving the hands, let's shoulder roll. So always listen to your own body and do everything within your own comfort zone. I want to make these sessions enjoyable. A little bit of light exercise using our Tai Chi and QiGong, and keeping us active but keeping us relaxed, not too stressed out. Okay, let's knock on the door. So just twisting from the waist, just be careful of your chair. We don't want to tip over, but just try and give that spine a little loosen off. Just twisting from side to side, and your arms just coming round the body. And bringing it back to centre. So we can't do our hip circles here, so let's just breathe in nice and high and relax. And again, nice big breath in and relax. And one more time. And relax. Let's just bring the hands round, hugging the tree and bringing them back. And again. Inhale and exhale. And one more time. push into our feet, so really driving that energy into the floor. And as we do so, just going to push our hands out to the sides, palms facing inwards, but like we're trying to push two walls apart here. And then we're going to bring our hands up and open out opposite way, so nice curved shape here. And then we're going to take the hands down, passing them round in front of the body and pushing down into the floor, and then bringing it up and opening out the chest. Let's do that again. Pushing down and opening out and pushing down. Opening out and down. And one more time. Okay, so we're taking our feet slightly wider. So again, we can use that horse stance. So on the chair, we're trying to push into the floor, but we're still trying to maintain this good tall posture in our chair. Okay, so let's take it down. We're just pushing into the floor and we're bringing it back up. Let's add some arms, so pushing down. I think it helps. And bringing it back up, releasing those legs. And again, pushing into the floor. And bringing it up. And pushing into the floor. Do repulse the monkey arms, so a little twist in the waist. It's like a natural V shape here with our palms facing up. We're twisting over to the side, so this hand ends up a little bit behind us, but don't worry if you can't twist too far. We're bringing this hand to the ear, and then we're doing a push-pull action. This hand is going to push over the top of the other one, and this hand's going to finish at the hip here. We're ready to go to the V the other way, so palms facing up, twisting the waist, bringing the hand to the ear and pushing forwards. And pushing into the floor here if you can, lifting up, turning the waist and push forwards, following that hand, and again. Bringing it in, really adding that resistance to this push and pull. Taking it out. Bringing it in and push and pull. Taking it out, bringing it in and push and pull. Let's do one more on each side. I quite like this one in the chair. It's quite a big movement. You can add lots of resistance, get the upper and the lower body moving. Moving on, keeping our feet where they are, we're going to make fists and bring them to our hips. Bringing one hand in and push it forwards. Really focus on this Lao Gong palm here. We're turning the hand inwards. We're turning it all the way around. Face the bottom. Bring it in. Fingers bend. Thumb bends in. Bringing it in. Holding it here. And then we go with the other hand. Pushing out. Bend all the way around, focusing on that hand and bringing it in. Let's go again. So twist, turn around, bend the hand, make the fist, bring it in, and again. One more on each side. All the way around, bringing it in. Moving on to our side bow. So in the chair, just take your feet slightly wider than hip width, and we're just going to sink our weight over to one side, bring it into the middle. Sink it over to one side and bring it into the middle. So just feel like you're pushing into one leg and then push into the other. Might feel a bit strange, but it does get those legs moving, get those legs engaged. Let's do it again. So if you're standing up, you can move to your side bow. I'm going to take this foot just to parallel here, just to give myself a bit more space on the chair to move. If you're standing up, we'll be doing side bow and transferring the weight from one side to the other. I'm going to lift the hand up, little twist of the waist here, pushing into this foot. I'm going to follow my hand, weight going into this foot, and then I'm just going to strike, taking it round. And then take it across and we strike. So making sure you've definitely got a sturdy chair for this one. We're following the hand. And again, taking it across, twisting the waist, moving across and strike. Let's move on to the other side. So again, on the chair, I'm just going to move my foot just to the diagonal to give myself a little bit more space. And I'm twisting the waist, following the hand, pushing into this front leg, taking it across and over, and I strike. Following the hand and I strike. Taking it across and I strike. Taking it across. Bow stance next. So on the chair, good posture again. We're bringing our heel toe forwards. We're transferring that weight forwards. We're just going to rock backwards and forwards with that weight. Rocking back. Bringing it forwards into bow stance, rocking back and forwards, and rocking back and forwards. Rock back and let's step it in. Slightly turning that foot out, exactly the same as we would if we were standing up. Pushing forwards and rocking back, and pushing forwards and rocking back. Slow and steady. Get those legs engaged, keeping this core strong and everything relaxed and stepping in. Gonna add some arms, so heel toe into your bow stance. Bringing the hands here, small chi ball. We're pushing forwards and then we're stirring the soup all the way round back to the shoulder. Taking it forwards and then as we transfer the weight, bringing it round. Pushing forwards and rocking round. Continuous movement with those hands. And again. Nice twisty one for the waist this. And forwards and back. Stepping down. Let's go the other way. Heel toe into your bow stance. Hands holding our small chi ball. Let's push forwards. So visualise moving your hands through water. That way it adds that resistance. Pushing forwards and rocking back. And pushing forwards and rocking back. 2 more. And stepping in. Moving on to our balance stance. Feet hip width apart, we're turning our feet out slightly, we're sinking our weight and we're tapping into our empty stance. So again, to a good position here on your chair and we're tapping in and tapping out. Really want to keep this core strong and we're trying to sit tall in this chair. This time we're tapping in, we're going to lift and hold. And down, really try not to collapse in the torso, and down, and one more time, tapping in, lift and hold, and down. Quite challenging on the chair. Let's go the other side. Tap in here, think about that posture. If you're standing up, make sure the hips are aligned. Tapping in, and tapping out, and again, tapping in, and tapping out, tapping in, tapping out. Tapping in, lift and hold, and down, and again. Final time. Excellent. We're going to alternate our feet into that empty stance. We're going to add our needle at the bottom of the C or needle at the C bottom, arms. So let's just go through the arms. Hand in the pocket. We circle that hand round. We point down to the foot and this other hand goes to the pocket. We're going to put them on the table. Put one hand in the pocket, circles round, it points down to the other, and this hand comes to the pocket. So tabletop, hand in pocket, circle it round and point. Tabletop, hand in pocket, circle it round and point. Let's give it a go with those alternating empty stance. So as we release this foot here, put the opposite hand into the pocket, circle and we point. So opposite hand to leg coming forwards and step in with our feet. Parallel stance, slightly turned out and our hands to the tabletop. Hands in pocket, circle and we point. Bringing it back. Circle and point. Stepping to the side. Circle and point. And again. Lifting up and point. Let's do one more on each side. Circle and point. And bringing it back. Placing our feet together, we are going to do our heel raises. So still looking for those strong straight ankles, even if you sat down. Good posture here. We're rising up and lowering down. So lifting the heels off the floor and then pressing them down. Lifting the heels up, pressing them down. We're going to go all the way up, lowering to halfway, and then we drop. Going again, all the way up, lowering to halfway, and drop. All the way up, lowering to halfway, and we drop. On our chair, we're going to take our feet slightly wider, so about hip width apart. You can stick with your feet together if you are stood up. We're going to do the same exercise again. So lifting up and down. Think about those strong straight ankles. Keeping that posture very controlled. We're lifting up. We're going to halfway and we drop. All the way up. Lowering to halfway and we drop. All the way up. Lowering to halfway and then we drop. Finishing off with a QiGong exercise today, keeping those feet hip width apart and just going to bring our hands forwards with a push. We're going to draw a heart shape, make a little cup, and lift that cup up, straightening the torso here and lifting from the crown. Inhaling, we're going to make a bigger heart, we're bringing the hands down and then we're going to push out, if you can, pushing as if you're pushing a weight out of the way. We're making our heart, we're lifting up, we're opening out, we're bringing it down and we're pushing out. Drawing our heart, lifting up, opening out, bringing it down and pushing out. Let's push out to the sides and push up, opening out like a blossoming tree, and then all the way down and take it out. And again, all the way up, opening out, and then bringing it back and down. Open out. And all the way back. And down. Let's gather the chi. Let's inhale. And exhale. Gathering all that positive energy, bringing it into our bodies, feeling relaxed, feeling refreshed, and feeling re-energized, ready for the day ahead. Let's just balance the chi. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Let's go all the way up to the ceiling, nice and high. And then all the way down, relaxing as we go. Bringing the hands around and bringing them to rest. Once again, it's been great to share these Tai Chi and QiGong movements with you and modify them to suit you sitting down or chair-based so that you can still exercise and move your body and get that blood pumping around your body and feeling better for it too. Do pass on my YouTube details, Freshfield Fitness, to anybody who you think would benefit from these chair-based or seated and sitting down exercises. Like I say, I've got plenty of others in my playlists and on the channel, so check them out if you haven't already, and give me a thumbs up and a like if you enjoy what you've been doing. Take care, and I shall see you again tomorrow.